People call me Daniel Cervantes. Cervantes is actually my middle name. My last name is Lim.
How did Barcamp start in Malaysia?
Well, there's this blogger down in Singapore. His name is Hongkiat. He's a good friend of mine. Hongkiat.com. So he's a Malaysian dude. He's based in Singapore. So one of those days we were saying, hey, we should do like a gathering. Then it's like, what sort of gathering? It's like, hey, I want to get some bloggers. Then we were looking around to say, hey, we should do something like Barcamp. And at that point in time, we didn't have any idea what Barcamp is about.
I've never been to a Barcamp before.
I mean, yeah, we have not been to a Barcamp, so we were like, how do we do? So we went online and we did research. And by chance, one of the guys that I know, Kamal Faris, who's an excellent, talented Rails, Ruby on Rails programmer. So Kamal just recently came back from, at that point in time, 2008, he came back from Barcamp Portland, and he was like, hey, let's do it. Then we had a few discussion on, whether, because Barcamp is a relatively free flow, it's very dynamic and fluid. So it's not pre-planned and stuff like that. So we have a bit discussion like, hey, how do we do it? And like, will the Malaysian participants be willing to participate and willing to vote and etc. So we decided with a very simple format that we set up a wiki and invite people to go and contribute. The first Barcamp, we had a naming issue. It was supposed to be called Barcamp KL, but unfortunately we decided, somehow or other we overlooked it and we called it Barcamp Malaysia. So that will be the first and the last time there will be a Barcamp Malaysia. So subsequently we had a startup camp, we have Barcamp KL, we have Barcamp Penang, Barcamp JB, BarcampMelaka. So there were quite a fair bit of participation from the community.
Which one is the best camp?
I mean, the best experience was the first one, because the first one just blew my mind away. We didn't know what to expect. That was my first time attending a Barcamp. I didn't know what to expect, and it was so nice to actually see the community to come in. We have the guys from doing open source. We have people who are hackers. We have people from even the entrepreneurs, the designers, whatever you name it, the people from the art to the science, and they come together, they share, and the first one was actually in a training center, which is actually very small. So we had 4 rooms. The rooms were packed. Okay, we had to sit around the speakers on the floor.
Okay. That's very
and that was really crazy, and from there I know a lot of good people. I mean, working with Kamal, working with the rest of the volunteers, because everyone is a volunteer. For the first guy, I think we initially started, we had 30 over. Of course, some drop out and couldn't contribute because of timing issues. I guess on call we probably look at 10 to 15 people or so. I see like things like this in MMU. MMU was totally initiated by the students themselves. They were like, hey, we haven't been to a Barcamp. We want to organize one in Melaka. Can you help us? So I see as people all around Malaysia trying to find ways to do their own stuff, and our group will facilitate. We'll try to help them out. But the ownership, it's a good experience to organize, because you tend to work with people from outside of your circle, and it's a very cool thing. It's a very cool thing to do. So I mean, if this is any indication, Penang was organized by a student, actually one student by himself. Yeah, attracted over 200 people. They have, I think in Melaka they have over 20 volunteers. Well, okay, the cool thing about Barcamp is just not Barcamp. It's more like the really general one. I mean, there is startup camp, which when we did, it was very entrepreneur focused, startup focused. There's also Geek Camp, which is very technology focused. In Bangkok, they have something called Beer Camp. And Recamp is where people bring books together, exchange, discuss about book, and do reading together. I mean, the variation, the theming comes whatever. And food camp where people bring food together and cook and explore, experiment with new style of cooking. So, film camp is definitely a possibility if you can get the right amount of people to come in. I'm sure that it's a vibrant film community in Malaysia. So if anyone who wants to do up their own Barcamp, just give us a ring. We'll help you to facilitate whatever possible.